introductions to make, so thank you all for being here. First of all, thank you so much, Sean. I don't know who he's talking about. Because number one confession, when he sent me the email, I turned to my friends. I was in a cafe working, and I was like, yes, this is so cool. It was like one of the coolest things of my entire life. And so no matter what he said, this is actually very, very meaningful to me. That's just confession number one. Confession number two, I can't tell you how happy I am to see two of my former teammates here, Gretchen and Colby. Such wonderful memories of you both. You both have been sort of through me with developing what teamwork and hard work and the work ethic is all about. And it means a lot to me that you guys are actually here as well. And Colby, I get to share this with you tonight. My third confession is that I don't know how it happened, but I'm apparently not as young as I think I am. I mean, I look in the mirror and I'm like, I think I might still be in high school, possibly college. I don't know, but it turns out I'm not. Let me tell you how I realized that. First of all, Bernie Kozlowski. Some of you know her as Cosmo. I'm going to take ownership now. I started that. I started that because I was here when she first started, which was what, like 5 years ago, maybe 7? and I'm also, just so you're warning, for you two over here, fair warning, you can blush, you can leave the room, but I'm gonna focus on you right now. I can't tell you how much all the time that you spend with me, after hours, playing pickup, working on me with skills, has inspired me and helped me become who I am today. And it's just so meaningful to me that you are here. I had no idea actually you were going to be here. So I thank you for making the time, and I just want you to know what that means to me. So that's the first way I know that I'm not in high school or college anymore. The second, Jay Harvey. So I started with Jay in the softball program because he said to me, you know, Janelle, you play goalie, so you should play catcher because you wear stuff, right? Right? Yeah. So here's the thing, I was a freshman and I was like, I could sit the bench or I could play, right? And so I took the opportunity that Mr. Harvey gave me, maybe Jay now, Jay Harvey, the whole thing, gave to me, and 2 wonderful, wonderful years with him. In fact, I remember one year he put me in as my sophomore year. He put me in our, it was a district game because one unnamed senior broke her ankle getting out of a hot tub the day before, and he put me in right field, and a ball finally came to me, and I'm running for it, and all of a sudden I feel like an impact on my glove, but I don't quite understand that I caught the ball. I caught the ball. So what do? Completely overthrow it to first base. But that's okay, because I caught the ball, and he was laudatory of that. But not only did I get to enjoy him in the softball field, when he said, we're starting a soccer team, I said, count me in. I'm absolutely love to do that. Never played before in my life. Don't ever tell him that. So he brought me along. I played 2 years of soccer, and I remember my senior year, the Times Leader did a write-up, and somehow I got placed on some like all-star team. I remember this because this is actually kind of who I am. It said, you know, Janelle's not really blessed with a lot of skill with the footwork and all, but she really, really tries super hard, never gives up, always goes after the ball, and is just completely committed to winning every single time she's on the field. So that is something that Mr. J. Harvey, you certainly instilled in me, and I'm here to make you blush and to thank you, because you too have completely helped shape my life. More than you probably know, and I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. So really the last, certainly not least, would be Coach Karen Klasner. I couldn't really sort of recognize her because of her hair. Because when I showed up, she had long hair, right, like Crystal Gale, right? And I didn't go to lower school, I only ever played basketball, and I didn't play any hockey, and she said, you know, it's kind of like Times Later, you don't really have a lot of ball skills, but you look great in equipment. I don't know, so I went into the goal. Into the goal. And I think it was the first year, I mean, now 600 wins later, but Gretchen, I think, reminded me that around that time it was around 200 wins. It was the first year we went to the state championships, and I remember running home like I was on a cloud 9. I was like, Mom, we did it! I didn't play. Mom, we did it! spent with Coach Hauser, and for the most formative years of my entire life. And I hope I make you blush when I tell you just how much you mean to me, and how much what I learned with you, with work ethic, with, it doesn't matter if you don't come into the game knowing how to do it, you're going to learn. No matter what you come into the situation with, if you keep moving forward, it's going to work out successfully for you. And those are lessons that I learned from you, and I cannot thank you enough. So really, it's my coaches, it's the players that I get to spend time with and see again. You guys mean the world to me. I had a great time in high school. You know, I think this is really where I learned to be who I am today, and just kind of go after it. It was one day at practice, Coach Hauser said to me, you kind of look good in that goalie stuff, and you're not too bad, and maybe you want to play in college? And I was like, sure, yeah, all right, play in college, where should I go? And I said, what about Yale? Like, Yale, right? That sounds pretty cool. And so Gretchen was being heavily recruited. I remember we played on that small, tiny little field behind the dorms, right, by the gym, and the coach after coach was coming to see Gretchen, and then I was like, no one's interested in me. And one day, there actually was a coach there, and I had no idea that she was there. And I ended up playing, I guess, somewhat decently because they recruited me, but in large part thanks to Coach Hauser's efforts. So thank you all, and certainly thank you to my parents who, I remember my mom sent me a magnet. It said shoot for the moon, and if you fall short, you may land on a star. So, I had lots of good people around me helping me achieve, and I just really, really appreciate it. Thank you all.